Well, good morning, guys. We're in the semi today. We've been on the road for an hour and a half already this morning. It's just now starting to get daylight. So we are at GPC in Washington, Indiana, and we're going to try to get a load of wet corn gluten, or wet feed they call it. So I've got a 9 o'clock load time up here, and I've already checked in with the guard shack, so we just gotta sit here and wait for our load time and wait for them to get ready to load us. But I'll flip you around here and show you where we're at. A lot of action. Looks like there's a lot of grain trucks, a lot of corn trucks coming in to unload here today. So, but we've got some snow and ice headed our way in 2 days, so we're just trying to get all of our feed on location, so we're not out slipping and sliding through everything here. So I'll see if I can get some footage of the loading process. I don't know if cameras are allowed in here, but we'll see what we can get by with. I actually worked here in early 2000s doing fire protection when this facility was being built. So, the best of my knowledge, this facility's been in production about 23 or 24 years. They make food grade alcohol and food grade products out of yellow corn here, and one of the byproducts is what we call corn gluten. And that's what we feed cattle. Lots of cattle producers are here getting this wet byproduct. It seems to be a really good, cheap protein source. Well, we got the call to go ahead and get started loading. They're calling us back about a half hour early, so we go up here to guard shack and weigh in and go get loaded. Well, here's where the wet gluten comes out at. We're going to get loaded, so pretty nasty and sloppy around here, but I'll just have to wait for an operator to come get me loaded now. loader back here does not have scales on it. I need around 22 ton. He's put 6 buckets on, so we're gonna go up, get on the scales and see where we're at, and if we need more, we'll have to come back, and hopefully we don't have to come dump any off, because that's a pain. So we'll get up here and see what our gross weight is. Well, we're right at 73,000 pounds, so we can hold another 6,000 pounds safely, 5,000 safely. So we're headed back to see if we can get a little more without going over that 80,000 pound mark. Well, I've got to go in and get some paperwork, so I'm gonna turn you guys off just a minute. Ooey gooey nasty stuff there, but we're loaded 79,380 pounds. Well, we're rolling back into the house here, so we're gonna have to get up the hill here where we feed the cow or dump our feed ingredients and try to get this load dumped off. We're running right at 32 degrees, and as wet as this stuff is, I hope it's not froze in the trailer, but I guess we will find out. John Deere machines rolling off the line here in the USA, supporting Americans who work for land, build, and timber. Nothing runs like a deer. Learn more at johndeere.com/manufacturing. Well, we're lined up with where we need to dump. Just want to get these grain locks taken off. Little safety devices for you got a lot of weight against your tailgate to keep them from popping the latches open. Well, we'll see if we can get backed in here and get dumped. Find a place to set you guys up at. Some cows are in waiting to get fed this morning too.
I think you got covered in poop.
I'll do what?
It all slid out, and I think Dad got covered in.
You got covered? I got covered.
Pretty nasty stuff, ain't it?
Well, that stuff's good. It's not waterlogged.
Is it pretty clean in there?
It ain't bad. Side's a little bit dirty. But...
So, well, that's about 24 ton right there. Then the cows are wanting in there already. She got her head stuck in there or what?
They know what it is.
She's just blocking it. Well, we've got the dump trailer washed out. Awful cold this morning to be washing. Trying to get it dried out here before we go freezing again. Our local hardware store that we sell hay to called and said they're about out of hay, so we've got the truck unhooked to go get that trailer. But I've got to go help get round bales of hay in and bring into the cows right now. So off to the next adventure. Well, we've made it back home with 12 round bales of straw. We've got 200 of them we plan on feeding this winter, so we're going to open up our silage pit for the first time this year. See what we got there. There's our gluten we got. So this is the first year we've done corn silage, so we're Dirt Perfect dug the pit for us, and M&R Excavation poured the concrete floor. Then Dirt Perfect come back and stack the walls up for us. So let me get to throwing some tires off here, and we'll get the cover peeled back and see what it looks like. Well, we've these are chemical cage tanks, we call them. We've took the tank out, and using the cage part, we're stacking tires in. That's what we put on top to help hold the tarp down. Put lime around the edges of it to help hold the sides down, but we just went up there and cut the tarp. Some varmints has pulled the edges back, like coons and possums, and a little bit of spoilage on the side, but I'm really pleased with what this here looks like. So I think that's gonna make some good cow feed. So we're mixing corn silage, the wet gluten we got, and straw together, and see if we can come up with a balance of those three products to keep the cows going through the winter here. So let us get this lime scooped up out of the way here, and we're get going mixing. This bale's probably going to blow up as soon as we can take the net wrap off. We'll see what it does here. It'd be nice if we could get it in the mixer wagon before it falls apart. Only a minute to get her cut here. Ugh. 800. So there's two big screws in this wagon. They got knives on them, so they're cutting that bale of straw apart. Once we get some wet material in here on it, this will grind up better. So that's 800 pounds of gluten.
Almost?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah.
let's go. What's that?
1,700. That's like 900 pound bale of straw and 800 pounds of gluten. So you need 1,600 pounds of silage. So you need to go like 3,300 pounds. That was roughly 800 pounds. You can tell this corn silage, it's got a lot of corn in it, so a lot of kernels. Smells good. I know you guys can't smell it, but we're gonna let it sit here and grind and mix up pretty good here. Then we'll start unloading and feeding cows. See if they like it or not. Well, guys, I don't know. Like I said, this is my first year doing corn silage. I'm pretty pleased with the way it looks coming out of here. I mean, it didn't I don't think it's spoiled any. I don't see mold on it. Just like I said, right along the edge, there's just a little bit of spoilage. But I know a lot of people on Dirt Perfect's channel said I was too narrow, and I might be. This is just a 1-year experiment. If it don't work, we'll go wider if we need more. If this is enough silage to get me through the winter, because I'm only feeding silage about 3.5 months, maybe 4 months out of the year. So my theory is if we can keep it narrow and dig back into it faster, we keep this face edge fresh all the time. I think once we got this uncovered, the spoilage is going to speed up. The idea of the tarp is to keep the oxygen off of it. If it can't get oxygen, it can't burn and it can't spoil. So that's the lime was on the edges to help seal the oxygen off. The tires will help keeping the weight down. So from what I've been told, you want to dig into it pretty often and take the whole face off. So 12 foot wide, we ain't gonna have a problem taking a whole face off. But you know, just today we're only feeding 800 pounds of silage a day. Sorry, 1,600 pounds of corn silage, 800 pounds of gluten, and 800 pounds of straw, which is right at 1 bale. So once we unload this, we'll pull a sample and take it to the lab and see what the nutritional value is, and get with our nutritionist and see if we need to start tweaking this. You know, we might have to come back in and add more gluten to our diet, or add silage, or move some ingredients around. So for us, this is trial and error, first year doing it. So we're trying to unload about half of this right here. There's 40 head of cows here. Once we get it fed, we'll unload the other half, and they go to another herd up on the hill here. So that's why he's unloading it pretty slow here. This wagon's got scales on it, so we know what we're putting in and what we're taking out. Well, that's about 1,600 pounds. So that's 40 head of cow. That's 40 pounds of feed per day per head. So we're going to start with that and see how they do with it. He's going to hit that block. Oh, he just missed it. We're not supposed to get too cold tonight. Warmer tomorrow. Once we get next week, the highs in the 20s and the lows down in the -2, -3. These cows are going to eat more per day to try and keep their body heat up. So we will have to adjust the feed use from there. So we just take a skid steer and pick that up and come up in this manger and shake it out. The only thing I hate about this manger is the calves can get in here, but it keeps them on the dry too. I mean, they're laying on this hay, but they keep it knocked down out to the cows too. They, if I put my bars much closer together, then the cows have trouble getting into it. He's going to clean this stuff out and start over. So this here's just dry hay that's been through that TMR mixer and ground up. So gonna get it out and start over with the new blend and see how things go. He's actually putting it in a pile over there so we can start putting it in other loads in the future. Well, they're eating it and they're staying here, so I'm gonna say that's a win-win for now, but we'll see long term what this how this pans out here. Well, we've hauled 2 loads of straw home and now we're on hay. So 12 round bales of hay headed to the house. That should just about do us, have enough feed for the snowstorm coming. For the other herd, well, we've got this manger wagon we feed that other herd with, so we'll put this same mixture in there. Got a row tarp on it to keep the weather off of it, but we'll just pull this up to the pasture and unhook it, and the cows eat right out of this one just as well. These girls here is ate up pretty good. This will be empty by morning, and mixing their load. We feed every day. Grind hay, mix feed, everyday process. Well, we're back in the semi. I told you earlier about the hardware store that we supply square bale hay to that they're out, so I've got a trailer down there I've got to go get to put some more hay in, but they just called a few minutes ago that they're out of square bale straw, and I supply that also. So I've got a box trailer loaded with straw, that we can take down on our way to get the hay trailer. It's just the load of straw is sitting on another farm out of the way, but it's just sitting in the grass. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get hooked to it without getting hung up, but we're going to go make an attempt here to see if we can get this trailer of straw hooked up and get ready to head towards town. Well, we didn't make it where we wanted to. I've got to figure out how to get that underneath that trailer. So, or get that back out on the road and get out here. But I really need to get that straw down there tomorrow before the storm comes. So. Yeah, come on. What? Come on back. Yeah. Just a little jerk. Yep. Just I may not get it rolling from here though, so. Yeah, just got out of that slop. And enough to get me traction. So. Jack's up. Looks like Kingpin went in. All right, let's see if it'll roll. Yep. adventure there, but we'll hook to it and got it rolling. They're out of the way back here, but man, when the weather's nasty, they're a pain to get hooked to and get out of here. Need to start getting some gravel hauled up here and making a pad to park these trailers on if this is something, I mean, it looks like it's going to work, so making a permanent use back up. Well guys, it got late last night and dark, so I didn't even turn the camera on, but we got down here to Baumgart's, got my new load of straw. We pulled the empty trailer up there and unhooked it for the night. And then we come over here and got our, you can't hardly see it, but there's a short 28-foot trailer there. We took it home last night, loaded it with hay. I've just brought it back here this morning, and this place is a madhouse. This trailer here, they've done taken 50 bales of straw out of it this morning. And there's people waiting in line to get hay, so we're gonna take our empty straw trailer back home and get out of here. But I got here later today than what I wanted to. I had another customer come get some round bales of hay this morning, so I had to get him loaded out. So we have moved hay, lots of straw. Everybody's buckling down for this winter storm coming through. They said here they have no generators in stock, and I heard somebody else said here in Tell City everybody is sold out of generators. So Walmart's probably a madhouse too. Everybody trying to get their bread and eggs and milk. So let me get this thing back home and see what we're going to get into.